Are you taking attendance?
Sorry, I just turned on the recording. Yes, so I can run down the attendance with all the names that we see.
Let's do that.
Okay, so I have myself, Lauren Bennett, OCTC staff, joined by Alan Sorensen, who's the commissioner of the planning department, Jessica Ridgway, who's a planner, and Zach Coleman and Rob Parrington. I also have Jason Morris from the city of Newburgh, Bob Mannix from NISDOT, Burton Thielander from the Vision Hudson Valley Pathways Committee, Eric Denega from Orange County DPW, Jack Farr from City of Port Jervis, John Szymanski, who is our temporary county deputy commissioner for planning. Is that the title?
Sure.
Okay, thanks, John.
Yourself for old John. How you doing, John?
Pretty good. Hello, everyone.
Go ahead, continue.
Lizzie Phillip from the Thruway Authority, Michael Amabile from Creighton Manning, Michael Sweden from the town of Warwick, Moshe Gruber from Village of Curious Stroll, Nicole Farmer from NISDOT, Olu Faloran from MTA, David Lake from Mid-Hudson South TCC, and I also have Martin Hall. Martin, what's your affiliation?
I am with WSP.
Okay, thank you. Did I miss anyone?
Okay, thank you, Lauren. All right, let's open up the opportunity for public comment. Does anybody have anything they'd like to contribute today?
Yes, my name is Bert Thielander. I'd like to make a few comments, so let me know when that might work.
Go ahead right now.
As Lauren said, I'm a member of the Pathways Committee, and I've participated in OCTC meetings. I think the last time was July of 2021 and August of 2020. And we've been collaborating with planning, parks, and the tourism departments in Orange County. And we've also reached out to Representative Maloney and Senator Martucci about state, federal funding opportunities for trail development. And there are an array of rail to trail opportunities in Orange County. I've talked a lot about this with Alan Sorensen and others. There's the Heritage Trail Extension. There's the Chester to Salisbury Mill Railroad grade that I think is being funded right now. There's also a section of a Minnesink Railroad grade from, I think, Unionville to Westtown that Alan and others tried to promote a few months ago. And we would like to ask that we, the Pathways Committee, in the past and right now, we'd like to promote rail to trail opportunities in the county. We think it has a lot of benefits in terms of recreation, health, economic activity, and alternative transportation opportunities. And as I said, we'd like to ask the OCTC to continue to seek funding opportunities for rail to trail opportunities, as well as other trail opportunities in Orange County. And if there's anything that Pathways can do to help move that forward with Alan or the planning department staff or other people, please let me know. So thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Well, thank you for your comments, and they are taken by our staff, and we are very supportive of various trails programs. Okay, there's still an opportunity for public comment from anyone else. Please let me know if you're interested in saying something. I'll give it a minute. Martin Hall, I see a hand.
Let's see, no, I am fine. I do not have any comments.
Okay, thank you. All right, is there anyone else who'd like to make some kind of public comment at this time? If not, we'll move on to number 3, which is accepting the meeting transcript. And from November 9th, 2021. I'm not sure if we have a quorum or not, but I'll ask for a motion anyway to accept the transcript.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. All right, number 4, Transportation Improvement Program. I'll ask Lauren to give us some introduction. Lauren?
Yes, so the first action is the tip administrative modification 20-V, which should be on your screen, if everyone can see that. Oh wait, no, that's the tip, sorry. 20-V, here we go. So this is for pin 876259, which is the Scunnamunk Trail. It is being funded by FTA 5307. All the funding is within the 1 grant year. This is FTA asked for the projects to show like that on the tip. So they're just rolling from the federal fiscal year 21 to federal fiscal year 2022.
Lauren, can you give just like a quick description of what that project is?
Actually, Alan, do you want to give an update on Scunnamunk
Oh,
Trail?
sure. Yeah, I can do that. So the project is a 9.8 mile rail trail running from Gray Court in the village of Chester up to Salisbury Mills. The project is moving forward. OSI
You froze on us.
Trail from Gray Court up through Washingtonville and up to Salisbury Mills. And it's a multimodal rail trail. It will provide not a direct connection, but bicycle pedestrian connection opportunities to Salisbury Mills, as well as bus stops throughout along the corridor. And we're very excited to get this project underway. We're hoping that in 2022 we will have the grant initiated with FTA and begin the design phase of the project.
Okay, does anyone have any questions for Alan or for Lauren regarding this?
Thank you very much for considering that and proposing to fund it. It's really a positive addition to Rails to Trails. Thank you.
Okay, all right, Lauren, next.
The next is the tip amendment OCTC 20-12. This has one project, which is a NISDOT reconstruction project, pin 881355. It's to replace a parapet wall along the northbound lane of Route 9W. So currently for construction, the funding is 2.802 million. And they are proposing to increase funding to 4.343 million. The funding is being offset by another NISDOT pin on the Mid-Hudson South TCC tip. So we are, this will go to the policy board, the next policy board meeting for adoption, proposed adoption.
We were talking about this project this morning. I was wondering if there's anybody from State DOT that can talk specifically about the area. I believe it's Storm King Mountain Road. Is there anyone from State DOT?
Yes, it is up on by Storm King Mountain. I don't know it specifically. I know they've gotten into more of a wall than they anticipated, and it is definitely going to be a higher estimate now. So we're taking money from that general bridge rehabilitation that's on the Mid-Hudson South tip right now to cover the offset needed for this project.
Do you know how long of a run it is?
I'm not sure. It was a little bit longer than anticipated, so that's part of the reason for the increase in cost.
Okay. All right, does anybody else have any questions or comments regarding this? It'll be on our policy review committee meeting. What's the date for that, Lauren?
It's up for discussion, so we'll bring that back up at the OCTC staff reports.
Okay, anything else, Lauren, on this issue?
Nope, not if anyone has no other questions or comments.
Okay, we can. go
Harry,
to-
I did have one question just on the wall itself. Has DOT, I guess, determined the makeup of the wall, how what type of wall is it going to be? What type of wall is it going to be?
DOT?
I believe they're gonna replicate the look of the wall that exists. They're gonna recreate the wall.
Okay, Alan?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, the next item is local project sponsor updates. Does anyone have something they'd like to contribute?
Harry, it's Mike Sweeten. So I
Yes.
have I'm still working on this earmark project, this bike hike trail connection to the county park. As I've mentioned before, bid and rebid came in ridiculously high. I'm trying to reformulate it so that we can do some of the work ourselves and get within the money that's left, which I think is around 350,000. The bids came in almost 500,000 more than what's left in to do it, which just seems crazy to me.
Yeah,
I know Lauren was looking to see whether there was any unprogrammed money, but it still seems, it doesn't seem like it makes sense to me to spend that kind of money. So I'll keep you updated. DOT wants something by the end of the first quarter, I think, from me on how I'm going to do it. So
hopefully the economy will get better and prices will come down.
yeah, maybe. Fingers
Okay.
crossed.
Any other local project sponsors updates?
Harry, I can give you one for the county if you
Yeah,
like.
go ahead.
The Otisville Viaduct, we're working through the final stages of the property acquisition. We're in front of the legislature as part of that process yesterday. The Heritage Trail Segment 2, we're finishing the final portion from Palmer to East Main Street in the city of Middletown. And the contractor should be back on site next week and start working on the railings from the Tappan Zee Bridge panels. And Segment 3 of the Heritage Trail, we're moving ahead with the survey, right-of-way incidentals, and preliminary design. And then lastly, we have the pedestrian safety project we're working on. Work is temporarily paused for the season for the winter months until temperatures come back up and some of the crosswalk paint and final concrete work can be done. That wraps it up.
Okay, thank
Could I ask a question about the Heritage Trail, or would that not be okay?
you. Go ahead.
I'll keep it brief. In a recent meeting of the Pathways Committee, one of the New York, New Jersey Trail Conference folks that participated in that talked about a potential to extend the Heritage Trail from Middletown, and he just mentioned Section 3, I think, from Middletown into Howells, into Otisville. So if that's something that could be considered in the future, that might be another opportunity that we could take a look at. So thank you for listening. The person said he spoke with Mayor DeStefano about that. So I don't know if that's something that is in the long-term planning phase, but it might be something that would be worth looking into. Thank you.
Thank you. I know, Eric, maybe you can comment on it. We are
Yeah,
planning in-house.
Travis, are you on at this point? Travis,
I'm on, Eric. Thank you.
Go ahead, Travis.
So right now, the next phase of the Heritage Trail from downtown Middletown extending out in the direction you're speaking of is Segment 3, which would go from East Main Street to Ingrassia Road. That's as far as we have in design right now. I'm not sure where we stand as far as right away or any other hurdles that might be between Ingrassia Road and heading out towards Otisville, but I'm sure that it can be looked at, from a planning perspective.
Yeah, I live in town of Deer Park, and I'm familiar with the vacant railroad grades from Ingracia, Howells, Otisville. You may know more about that than I do, but there may be opportunities. So again, thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else, any local project sponsor updates? If not, we'll move on to number 5, old business, 2023, 2027 tip update, and I'll ask Lauren to give us some background.
This is going to be a very quick update. We're still waiting on the targets. For the update for 2023, 2027. We haven't really started drafting yet, but once we get those, we can bring that to the planning committee and really start to develop the tip update. We did have really great meetings with all the local project sponsors and NISDOT's Region 8 office and the LPU office. So we have a lot of information on where projects are at in terms of timeline and budget funding costs. So, we're just waiting for those targets and we can start to move.
Okay, so Lauren, why don't you continue right to the next item, which is the City of Middletown funding request?
Yeah, so this is on the agenda from a few of the previous planning committee meetings. The City of Middletown has a $1.8 million funding request in right now. We're looking to really waiting for those targets to see if there's more funding available in the future years. So no real updates on that either.
Okay. Under new business, we have the MPO host agreement. Alan?
There we go. Sorry, I was
problem.
muted. So back in December, Orange County Legislature adopted the MPO host agreement. Since that time, with the passage of the bipartisan infrastructure law, there was an increase in funding made available to OCTC, and so there will be an amendment. There is an amendment to Schedule A. So we just wanted to bring this to the attention of the Transportation Council. And the additional funding, Federal Highway for our 10-year UPWP in a host agency agreement, there's an increase of 1.5 million over the 10 years. FTA difference is 461,000, and the local difference, an increase of 122,695, for a total difference or total increase of $2,085,824.
Okay, is there any questions for Alan? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on. We have a presentation. It's going to take about 10 minutes or so. And John Szymanski is back with us. Welcome back, John. And Lauren and John are going to make this presentation. Go ahead.
Thank you, Harry. Yeah, so, oops. I guess you guys will just get to see the notes too. See if I can type it. Okay, so we're just gonna briefly give an overview of the Unified Planning Work Program update for this next state fiscal year, 2022 through 2023. So briefly, what is a UPWP? It's the Unified Planning Work Program. It's an annual program for the Orange County Transportation Council. It describes planning and administrative activities programmed to be undertaken during the state fiscal year. So it begins on April 1st and goes through March 31st. It is a required product by the US DOT, Department of Transportation. And it includes planning activities that address issues related to maintaining and improving the county's transportation system, and aligns with the OCTC Metropolitan Transportation Plan or the Long Range Transportation Plan. So the funding allocations, there's two main sources of funding. There's the annual allocation, and then there's the carryover funds from prior years. So there are two funding types within the annual allocation. There's the Federal Highway Administration's Metropolitan Planning Funds, or PLs, and there's the Federal Transit Administration Section 5303 Metropolitan Planning Program Funds, or the MPP. So these are all estimates right now. So we're estimating approximately 745,000 in PL funds, approximately 132,000 from the FTA MPP funds. We have approximately $1 million in federal carryover. So the total is going to be around 2 million, and this is just in federal funding. So what that looks like over the past couple of years, we have the bottom green just shows the annual allocations. So this year it is increasing by over 100,000, and that is because of the new Investing in Infrastructure and Jobs Act, the IIJA, or the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. It's kind of known by both names. So we do have an increase in the annual allocation, and then we have been spending down some of our backlog, especially you can see that in the trend from 2019 to 2021. We spent down about $1 million of the backlog funding. So we're in good shape in terms of funding. So what type of funding? So you have the federal share, which is nominally 80% of the program, and it's made up of both the PL and the MPP funds. There's also a required state and local match. The state is, depending on the source, whether it's the MPP funds or the PL funds, are shown through toll credits or in-kind services. And then the local match comes from Orange County. And so when you look at the task budgets, if you can see up here, you'll see the federal share, which is a combination of the MPP and PL funds, the state funding, which is either the in-kind or toll credits, and then the local funding matches. So some of the highlights from this current state fiscal year, we updated our travel demand model. We switched platforms to Transcad. We updated our base year to 2018, and we incorporated some location-based service data into the calibration and validation of it. We participated in NISDOT's Pell study, the Planning and Environmental Linkages study for Route 17. We also adopted 2 air quality transportation conformity determinations. We adopted our first standalone public participation plan, which included updating the public participation procedures, incorporating virtual public involvement, and identifying stakeholders. We also adopted our Title VI non-discrimination plan update. We are anticipated to complete our West Central Transportation and Land Use study by the end of this state fiscal year. So there's more to come on that. And then we also did some data collection along the Heritage Trail and conducted some park and ride utilization counts. So what's new for this UPWP? So there's a lot of changes. I know we used to just kind of scroll through a track changes version, but this version is very different. We updated the formatting. We added ally codes for each task for easier tracking. We expanded the funding section in the text just to include more information about the funding. And then we also have a task alignment and how it aligns with the 10 planning factors from FHWA. So highlighting some of the task updates for this next state fiscal year. Some, not all, but some of the regional priorities we're highlighting are 2 consultant-led studies. The first is the New York State Route 17M and US 6 corridor study, which we hope to kick off in the next UPWP year. General planning consultant services. Obviously, we have the Transportation Improvement Plan TIP update anticipated for June of 2022. The Long Range Transportation Plan update, which is anticipated for November 2023. We'll likely start that this state fiscal year, or this next state fiscal year. We'll also be looking at some regional freight planning with our Mid-Hudson Valley Transportation Management Area partners with Dutchess and Ulster County FPOs, and also some complete streets implementation. All the tasks are more or less the same. The only big differences are we deleted the bicycle pedestrian plan task just due to scheduling and everything that's on our plate for next year. So it's still part of the non-motorized planning task. So we will still look to scope that, but we'll likely not initiate that study this year. So we deleted that task as a standalone task, but we're still looking at the work. A new task, this is the only new task in the UPWP, and it is a countywide transit feasibility study. We're looking to scope the RFP this year and then go out next year, next state fiscal year. And so down here, this is just more information about the task description.
Hey, Lauren, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yep.
When you do the Route 17M and Route 6 corridor study, will there be anybody looking at water and sewer needs for that route?
I will defer to Alan on that.
Harry, that may be one of the topics that we cover, especially as it relates to potential growth inducing impacts along the corridor.
Yeah, I know we have
So,
we've got some water in there with the city of Middletown for the Amy's Kitchen project, but there's a lot more of that roadbed that needs those kinds of infrastructure improvements.
Yes, we definitely will be wanting to factor that in.
Okay, thank you. Lauren?
Okay, so I just have a few more slides, just covering the basics of the funding tables. So there's two types of budgets. In the funding tables, there's the audible budgets and then the task budgets. Some highlights in the audible budgets, we are increasing the funding in the personnel because we're looking to add some more staff positions to support the MPO. And also we added more money in the equipment line for the county pavement management system if they were looking to buy some equipment, and also for possible purchase of trail counter equipment. So the funding tables, the difference, we did update the look of the tables, but they're still pretty much the same in terms of the format. But they are now renamed. So the table 3 is the first table of the budgets in the back. Those start on page 32 and run through page 30 or 41. So the first table is a summary of the FHWAPL and FTA MPP funds. So all the funds together. And then table 4 is just the federal highways PL funds. FTA's MPP grants are tables 5 through 11. So that's each grant year is its own table. And then the task budget at the end. So the task budget breaks down, instead of just the federal, state, and local, it breaks down each of the types of funding, whether it's the federal PL, federal MPP, and those totals by task. So that's the last table in the UPWP. So finally, the project timeline. So we're presenting it today at the planning committee meeting. We are looking to adopt it at the next policy board meeting. There will be a 14-day public comment period. We're shooting for February 11th through 25th. We'll send out notice on that. So for the planning committee members, we still have a few updates. What we'll present is the draft today. So what you got is a draft. There are still a few updates we need to make in the tables based on feedback from NISDOT main office. So once we have that, we will send out a final draft to the committee for your review. We're hoping to do that no later than January 31st and submit the final draft budget tables to NISDOT on February 1st. So if you have any comments on the planning committee, please submit those by February 7th. And then we'll make those edits and then we'll put out the final draft for public comment. And then the new state fiscal year starts on April 1st. For the public involvement process, there's 2 ways to become involved. There's the first one is today's meeting. You have the opportunity for public comment and discussion. And then you have the opportunity to submit comments during the 14-day public comment period. Notice will be sent out on that to the OCTC contact list and posted online on our OCTC website. To submit public comment, you can either email the OCTC staff at octc@orangecounty.gov.com, or you can mail it to the address listed. If you need assistance to submit written public comment, please call OCTC staff at 845-615-3840. And with that, thank you very much for your time. If anyone has questions or wants to discuss it, I can bring up the copy, but I'll open the floor.
Let's open it up. Anybody have any comments or questions for Lauren?
Yeah, can I ask a couple of questions, Harry?
Go ahead, Mike.
The county pavement management system task, are we currently doing that, or is that to be planned? And if it is planned, are they going to be doing, it mentions they're going to do local paved roads?
Well, we have Eric and Lauren and Alan, so whoever can answer that, please do so. Lauren, Eric,
Harry, I can probably comment on that. This is Travis.
Travis, go ahead.
So we currently have a pavement management program where we go out and we review the condition of each of our county highways. We break it into approximately 1 mile sections, and we rate each of those mile sections, and that goes into, it gets factored into what roads, what portions of what roads we pave, or what surface treatments we do on our roads in each consecutive construction season. 1 year we go out and actually measure and document any pavement defects such as cracking, alligators, ruts. If the aggregate is getting worn off on the top, so that it doesn't provide the friction that you need for a safe road. And then the following year we'll go through and do a subjective analysis of our roads, where we really are looking at the rideability of our roads and how it feels. And all that information gets combined together to score our county road systems. So right now, with the staffing we have, we're only doing it through DPW and some of the monies from this program to manage our roadways right now.
Okay, I appreciate that in-depth analysis of it, but my question is, in the task, it includes local roads. Does the county have any plans to extend this system to local roads?
I would say not at this time. I mean, I'd love personally to be able to extend it to all the 3 cities who have no county roads at all in any of their boundaries, but that's not yet to be discussed.
Then I respectfully request it be taken out of the task if we're not going to do it.
Travis, Eric? Alan?
I'll defer to Alan and Lauren on this, but I think that the intent of the pavement management portion was to assist in upgrading the software that's being utilized, which is no longer supported, hasn't been supported for multiple years.
Yeah, this is an
Yes.
Go ahead.
So- this is an ongoing task, so we haven't changed anything in it. So I think this is just how it's been, year to year. So if you want to take out the local, we can definitely strike out the local pavement.
If you're not going to do it, take it out. Let's not pretend we do it. Let's take it out.
But if you have it in there, then you keep hope alive.
Yeah, I've lost some hope, Harry.
Yeah, I think there is like the Cornell Asset Management Program. So I think it was open, the language was put in to keep the option open because there are different programs out there that aren't handled by, the county. We can look at other programs. It just hasn't been pursued. So I think that was just thrown in there in the language.
No, I appreciate the counties doing that on the roads. Because we have roads, county roads that run through my town. I get it. That's fine. I guess my issue is if we're funding this through federal highway dollars and we can allocate some to do maybe key local roads through communities, it might be something to consider. So I don't know, do I bring that to the planning committee at the next round? However you want to do it. I don't really
I
care.
think maybe it might be helpful if you had a specific proposal you wanted to make and could be looked at by the council.
I will submit that to you, Harry. Thank you.
Okay.
And
With
Mike,
that, I would just add that it may be worthwhile then keeping that task in the UPWP.
John,
Okay.
Well, yes, the task should stay in, but we can edit the wording based on the discussion.
okay,
But I was a little thrown off as well. I mean, do they define local road? I mean, they're talking about, side streets, or are these just non-county roads?
No,
We will edit it. We will edit it.
Thank you.
All right.
Can I ask a question of Travis?
who is this?
This is Bert Thielander.
Sure, go ahead.
So Travis, you talked about evaluating rideability on county roads, or did you use the word drivability?
It's really both in the same. It's how the road feels when you're going the speed limit down the road.
So it's motorized, not bicycles, because I was thinking of bicycle rideability to complement vehicle rideability. So it's more motorized vehicle rideability.
That's how it's analyzed. Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I have a couple more, Harry. What,
Go ahead, Mike.
the county transit feasibility study, I appreciate that maybe that's now getting maybe more attention. I thank the staff. I know they've been working on this a long time. And I know that the legislators and everybody cringes because they fear the cost of this. Harry, you too. But I just think it's so important for the future of Orange County to get this underway. It's a little dismaying. We're not going to get a consultant, unless I misheard that, to 23. But we got to get on with it.
Yeah.
And then the second question to that, maybe Rob has the answer to this. I know the county was, maybe it was in the law office to get a program for scheduling local transit. We know the status of that.
It's still, it hasn't moved much further since the last time I spoke about it, unfortunately.
Harry, could I ask that we try to move that through the legal?
Sure, Rob. Find out where it is and let's see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're referring to the on-call, right? The transportation contract.
No, I believe he's talking about the scheduling software for the
Oh, the
transit.
schedule. Okay.
It would be very helpful to us as operators to have that. And we, Wallkill and I decided to try to do it alone, but we'd really rather have the one the county's going to do, right? And it just would be helpful. So thank you.
We're looking at countywide buses and all that kind of thing in Newburgh right now and in Middletown, evaluating what we're doing. Rob, you're right. You're completing a major employer transportation program.
We did a major employer transit service plan, the METS plan that we completed late last year. And we're looking at, implementing some of the recommendations such as the micro transit, which connects Newburgh with Neelytown area. It's something that's being considered right now.
I know, Mike, it must be in the cosmos or something, because this is the discussion that's taking place countywide right now. And maybe we ought to be thinking about, we, the planning department, bringing together a program that talks about this in detail, what we've done, what we want to do, what other people want to see us doing.
Yeah, maybe an update would be great, Harry, because I know staff's been working really hard on it. It's just that, it's not a sexy issue, and so it doesn't get the Heritage Trail glamour. So
Right. No, but there is interest. There's new councilmen in Middletown, new in Newburgh. They're looking at our buses. How can we utilize them better? That kind of thing. So it's definitely an issue that's in the air right now.
thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, Lauren, anything else to add?
No, if you just want to submit any of those comments in writing, Mike, just send them via email so we can include that.
It'll be part of this transcript as well, right?
Yes.
I'll submit them. Thank you, Lauren.
Okay. Our next is the OCTC staff reports, and let's start with the discussion for our next policy board meeting. Lauren, we were thinking February, but now it might be March.
Yeah, so our regular scheduled meeting would be the second weekend, second Tuesday of February. That puts us, it's not enough time for the UPWP update and public comment period. So we're looking to push that back. We were looking at the last Tuesday, but it might be better to just hold it on March 1st. So we're proposing having it March 1st at 1 p.m. So I guess we just want the opinion of all the voting members or that are on now, if that works.
Does that date work for everybody?
Yeah, it's good for me.
Okay, we'll go with that until we run into a roadblock. Okay, I guess for other reports, State DOT, you want to start first? Is there anything to report?
Yeah, you will be seeing soon. We had a general bridge rehabilitation project that was actually on the tip under Mid and South because it was region-wide at the time. It was added to the tip, and it has been decided by the region to replace a structure 17M over Norfolk Southern New Jersey Transit. So you're going to be seeing that new project come up in your area. And also, we look forward to the study that Lauren just mentioned to coordinate with pavement improvements, pedestrian improvements, things like that in that project, as well as the bridge replacement. So that should be upcoming shortly.
Okay, thank you. Lizzie Phillip, I know you're there from the Thruway Authority.
I was looking at our program. We have only some resurfacing projects, no bridges.
Yeah, I see you got that project done in New Windsor, the overpass.
Mhm.
Okay, MTA, Olu Flooring.
Nothing to report at this time, but the capital program is taking shape at this point. We're having the public comments on February 8th. And we're hoping that everything will get on stream by, at the end of the public review. So that's what's going on right now.
Okay, thank you, Olu.
Okay.
And finally, Eric Denega from Orange County DPW.
No, Harry, we gave the update on those projects earlier, so I think we're good there. I will just give a shout out to Jack Farr just indicated to me from Port Jervis that he's retiring and this is his last meeting. So I just want to say
Oh.
congratulations to him.
Oh, good for you, bad for us. It's been a pleasure to work with you.
Harry, thank you. Yeah, this Friday's my last day. I'm almost up to 37 years working for the city. It's time to go. I thank everybody. You guys have been very supportive of our projects and helpful to me when I was new on this committee. We had some large projects come through. And it's been great working with everybody. The Transportation Council's been great, all the transition they've been through. I would suggest sending a letter to the mayor just to make sure he tries to appoint somebody else for these committees. My deputy's going to be moving in temporarily until they permanently fill it. He might get it full time, but I don't, they have to go through a transition period. So I want to thank everybody. I'm going to stay in Port Jervis. I have grandkids here, so I'm not leaving anywhere for now. So again, thank you.
It's been a pleasure working with you, Jack. And let me just say, I retired once for 5 days and went back to work. So never say never.
Yeah, no, never. Sorry. There might be a fire engineering in my future. We'll see what happens.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Okay, is there anybody else intending to contribute today?
But this is Bert Thielander again. There's another potential opportunity that I forgot to mention, and Alan's aware of this, and I think Lauren and other planning staff. The O&W Railroad grade from Port Jervis to Kingston, Alan mentioned OSI earlier in the meeting. I think there's a long-term project to develop that as a trail also, so that might be something in terms of long-range planning, and there also might be an opportunity to connect that with what we talked about earlier regarding the Heritage Trail, Howells, Otisville, perhaps the Cutterbackville. So pie in the sky, but I just wanted to mention that as an opportunity. And OSI is working on it.
I was going to say maybe pie in the sky, but it is in the air.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else, anything to contribute today? If not, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? We are
Aye.
adjourned. Thank you all so very much. Much appreciated. See you at the next meeting.
Yeah, take care, Jack. Good luck.
Take care. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.